And still ahead on Edge, with Hollywood marketing so many black films so successfully now, we found a startling movie that they don't want to touch.
There you go. New toy, Black Barbie.
By the end of this year, Hollywood will have released more than a dozen films by black directors, including some of the hottest pictures this year: Boys in the Hood, New Jack City, Jungle Fever. Little wonder then, everybody's talking about new black cinema. But there is one black director's film, Chameleon Street, that has faced serious resistance. It was written and directed by Wendell B. Harris, who also stars in the film. Harris is a first-time director. His film won critical raves, but he still can't find a major distributor. Chameleon Street tells the story of a real-life con man who pretends to be a surgeon and an attorney, then a journalist, a PR man, to get money, women, and respect in a white world. National Public Radio film critic Elvis Mitchell is convinced that the neglect of Chameleon Street makes a mockery of Hollywood's claims of a new racial openness.
Studios now race to make urban survival stories with obvious lessons. These films, full of slang and pose, are after-school specials with a tan for the MTV crowd.
Living Large, a comedy about making it.
Sit down.
But some of the best black films are abandoned by Hollywood because they defy bullying hype. Chameleon Street doesn't have that homeboy high fiber, which runs through your system so quickly you forget about it. The film's cagey, unpredictable power stays with you and scared major distributors away.
I am Chameleon Street.
Wilson, Brady, I want you to note the speed and dexterity of Dr. Street's work.
Oh, speed and dexterity. What time are they going to show up?
Obi?
I can't believe the amount of blood in this woman.
This story of black frustration and survival is a vibrant and ingenious American fable with verve enough to make up for its occasional raggedness. In telling the story of William Douglas Street, who posed as a surgeon, journalist, and French graduate student, writer, director, and star Wendell B. Harris shrewdly executes a tale of thwarted ambition. Despite a jury prize at 1990's Sundance Film Festival, a magnet for distributors, Chameleon Street failed to ignite interest.
I think probably the entire structure of the industry is such that a film like Chameleon Street just doesn't fit in any place. That distributors are scared by it. I think exhibitors are scared by it. Studio executives couldn't care less about it. And so you actually have a case where you have this first-rate movie, one of the best American movies of the last 10 years, but that basically nobody in the film industry knows what to do with it or doesn't particularly want to do anything with it at all.
When Sex, Lies, and Videotape won the Sundance Prize in '89, Steven Soderbergh's career took off. He was on the Sundance jury that voted for Chameleon Street.
This is a movie that is independent in every sense of the word, from, the financial end to the creative end. That is trying to carve out some territory that just, hasn't been carved out. And so I felt very strongly that we had to reward this film for doing that. I just have never seen a movie like this.
I'm going to kill.
Thematically, Chameleon Street takes its lead from its protagonist, an intelligent and easily bored nonconformist. It seduces by toying with expectations and thwarting them, without the buff polish or conventional narrative of most pictures.
Oh, Daddy, why you do that?
Because I'm sick.
Sick?
I'm so sick. I'm so screwed up. I am so insane. So insane. Does that tickle? Does that tickle? tickle right there?
Why you two so quiet out there?
Tell me really, does it tickle like that? Uh-huh. Well, what about if we tickle like this?
Ow! Ow!
Doc, what is going on? What do you think you're doing? Here, let me wipe that blood off your neck. I'm sick and tired of trying to get these stains out.
Oh, Mommy, you messed up again.
And your daddy messed up more laundry. Come on, it's time for you to go to bed anyway. And Doug, it's time for you to go to the asylum.
This is the stuff that washes up.
Yeah, I'm the one that's got to wash it out.
Good night, babe.
By the time we won Sundance, we had already approached the bulk of distributors in Hollywood. And by that time, we had heard, time after time, the same thing from virtually every one of them. We don't know how to market the picture. We don't know who the audience is. We're confused. We haven't got a hook. We can't imagine a poster.
It was a tough film to pin a specific audience on. I mean, this was not obviously a black picture per se, I mean, which is also one of the good things about it. If the film had any potential, it could work as a crossover picture. I think the problem was, though, that the way that the film was executed, we just weren't sure whether the film would be there critically and whether there would be a specific audience that we could target it to.
Distributors suffer a peculiar nearsightedness. All they see before them are easy-to-market pictures for the yo homie audience. They can't focus on films beyond their immediate field of vision and income.
When you're in a situation like that, talking to a distributor who does not want your picture, it's almost immaterial what is said, because what is being said is underneath the conversation, not on top.
In this particular case, it was a very tricky thing because we couldn't find exactly what it was that would allow us to sell this movie.
There's no way to win that particular battle.
What was underneath those conversations?
An uncomfortable reaction to what they perceived white America would think when Chameleon Street was shown.
Has anyone ever told you your sense of sarcasm is extremely strong?
Oh, yeah. Has anyone ever told you that white people who get caught in the rain smell exactly like wet dogs? This is fact, believe it or not.
I beg your pardon. We're the...
I know, but look, have you ever been standing in a crowd of white people and all of a sudden it starts to rain? It's a very particular odor, extremely aromatic. There's a scene in the film when Doug Street talks about how when whites are caught, they smell like wet dogs. Now, you know, one distributor said that he felt that would alienate his market. Of course, what he meant was he didn't think that many whites would approve.
Ironically, in trying to find a distributor, Harris's plight mirrors his hero's need for attention. Warner Brothers bought the remake rights to Chameleon Street. It's rare for an American company to remake an American film even before it's had a chance in the marketplace.
Drums, please! Warner's plans to put Will Smith, known as pop rapper Fresh Prince, in the starring role. This is like slapping on a happy face sticker. It's the film version of sampling a song, plundering its essence. French films have been remade as American films before, but this is a new brand of cheat.
Yeah, when they approached us, we said, oh, you're calling because you want to distribute the film, right?
And they said,
No, we don't want to distribute, we want to remake.
To buy Chameleon Street for a remake actually maybe really says what the status of any kind of most serious black films are, is they actually are films as if from a foreign country. that they aren't even conceived to be sort of American movies. They're conceived to be these kind of weird movies from afar that you can remake and make into American movies. Even though Chameleon Street's probably one of the very few movies that's been shot on the streets of Detroit in the last 20 years.
I think if the film industry doesn't support an artist like Wendell Harris, and by the film industry I mean Hollywood studios, I mean exhibitors, I mean curators at museums and at film societies and film festivals, if you don't support an artist like Wendell Harris, then the art form has no future. And the art form will be just left to commercial acts.